Second stones for Team Sweden, reigning Olympic champions. Impressive run in Pyeongchang. But no Swedish side has picked up a win at the Curling World Cup so far this season. What better time to do it at home in Sweden?
Very little. I guess it's a half.
Yeah, I know. I think you can get to it though. Just back 12. Just move it to here.
Back line. Is that what she's saying?
Back line? Yeah, back line.
All right. 75? Yeah.
You got it. Rock foot. Oh, there!
Vanessa Foster, second player for Team Canada. She's playing a back ring, tap back weight.
Real hard. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Nice, that's good. Go, good. Go, go, go.
Taps it out into the open, but doesn't remove it from play. Canada have sent a different team to all the World Cups. All 3 World Cups have had different men's, women's and mixed doubles teams.
Quite a few teams to pick from in Canada.
There are quite a few.
So all of the athletes on Team Canada here are Manitobans from Manitoba, Canada. Only the 6th biggest province in Canada, but I would think in curling terms, maybe one of the biggest. Lots of curling to be played in Winnipeg and pretty much anywhere else.
Dangerous rock is the top one. Okay. You got it. Rock foot.
Trying to hit this yellow Swedish stone and roll over, but hits it on the nose.
Yeah, that's that side that no one said was straight, hey?
Could hear a comment, I think it was maybe Karen Klein saying, well, it's the top yellow, it's the danger rock. Because now making that nose out on the wing leaves a chance for Sara McManus to make the hit and roll. Sit 2 in behind cover. But be running a tad straight down that line. Both teams getting caught out.
A good firm bump? Yeah, I think so, a little bit. Yeah, almost like a normal 10-5-ish.
Okay.
And here is Karen Klein.
Clean, just clean. Just clean. Whoa, 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 curl.
Been curling for 34 years. Our opposition aren't even that old.
And she's from Morden, Manitoba. Just on the very south, very close to the border of USA. While the rest of the team from Winnipeg.
Lite kortare är också bra. Nästan hit. Samma fart.
Pass på här ändå för den fick en lite kall i början.
Ja.
Ja, samma. Ja. Ja,
Samma.
hårt.
Hold them. Hårt. Go, go, go. Hårt.
Want to keep this somewhere in the house, but over curling. So just tighten up the ice, maybe a little softer throw as well. Slight overcorrection. But you know, you throw the first one in your nose, you want to give it a chance on the second one. A little too aggressive with it.
Try an 85. Good. Lots of room.
Really wide.
Lots of room. sure it's here. Gotta go.
Short.
Gotta go. Hard. Hard. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Okay, whoa, 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 whoa. We're short. Leave it out. Leave it out there. Whoa, whoa. What did they give you?
80.
Antingen så rundar vi den eller så.
Det är trist att göra den bara.
7.
Jag tror vi gör den. Ja.
7-8.
Det vända är väl att det är en liten chansning på farten.
Hon var inne på, ja, hon var inne på 8 gled.
Draw coming up short there for Canada. Sweden will come around that.
Nej, precis. Frågan är om det hämtar lite bara.
Jag tror typ inte det, Anna.
Då borde det vara mer lika i så fall. Hon drog 7-8 gled.
Gillar ni det här, även om det är lite mer chansning på den här sidan?
Jag gillar det.
Ja. Man skulle ju kunna spela tappen också, det är mindre chansning i farten.
Ja. Vi körde, jag körde med 12 fot is. Det behövdes ju lite mer fart här. Hennes var 15-0 där nu.
Men typ spelaren som jag gjorde första gången på träningen. 95.
Ja, jag gillar det. En 90 liksom.
Ja, nästan lite till.
Ja.
Let's get a raw clock going here. From the first to the second hawk line. Just giving us an indication of the weight. Pretty far out here, so maybe not having played so much here in practice. 13-3. Definitely a bit slower out there. Been looking at a hog-to-hog time of maybe somewhere between 14 and even close to 15 seconds, but it's still just the first end.
Just 10-5 here.
Sometimes the pebble's a bit fresh and a tad slow. Stone will run a bit straighter as well. Couldn't quite find the curl there. Anna Hasselborg.
As the pebble starts wearing off, gets slightly keener, and we'll start to see more of a swing.
Whoa. Yep.
Rex on the guard.
Was that 10-5?
Does open up the yellow. That also leaves Sweden with a chance to draw in lie 3.
Ja, jag tyckte inte det rörde sig särskilt mycket. Jag gillar.
I thought your speed was good.
Yeah.
Alltså vi tror inte det går supermycket lättare här.
Nej.
Hennes tid kom ner en del också.
Såg ju väldigt mesig ut.
Det var ju 10-8 blev det.
Alltså, förra så kändes det trögt när jag slidade.
Ja, det var 90.
Ja, det var en helt annan känsla, så jag la ju på det rejält.
Ja.
Och
Det var
ju
samma slide, bara så här, kanske lite försiktigare då.
Ja, men typ.
Gillar du det?
Ja. Motorlösare tror jag.
Ja, jag tror också det.
Jag tror att jag är ändå nära det vi gjorde på träningen.
Ja.
Lite mindre va?
Bara någon meterlösare.
Topplock.
Ja. Håller nära.
Bra fart!
So a lot of communication there before the throw. Talking about that first though, how that ran. And if this one will run the same. Taking slightly less ice to get the finish. Is it going to be a bit quicker? They agree on what they want to throw. And they've thrown it perfectly as well.
Great communication there on line and weight.
And I think we got a throw 9-ish. Yeah.
So close to the pin now. Probably leaves Canada with a better chance of playing the double or the hit and roll off the open yellow.
9.5. 9. 9.
If we're going to be picky, you could have left that draw maybe 2 inches shorter. And then Canada probably would have had to draw
Part of it and roll
against
to the
3 first end.
to get shot.
This way, playing the hit, pretty safe. Because even if he knows here, you only give it 1. Just need a little bit of inside here. Get the roll to the pin. Darcy Robertson, last stone first end. will be a nose hit, so steal of 1 for Sweden. A good end by them. That is 1-0 for Sweden over Canada. 7 ends to go.
Bra omgång. Ja, jättefin omgång.
Eller forsa och stjärna.
Forsa, stjäla. Nu, du började så cashy med att stjäla.
Okay. So,
Well, it's okay.
no problem. Okay, so let's try to get our two.
Vi har lång väg. Kolla upp. Kolla upp. Du kan gå.
Aggan Sten.
Börja då. Börja.
Second end underway. Look how close the crowd are sitting to the sheet. Can't come any closer to live sports than that, can you? Unless you're playing yourself.
85.
Nice, pretty.
More and more people coming in.
Looks,
Might be just in
looks like lots.
I think we're in.
It's gonna
It's,
curl hard now.
Just
Yeah, whoa, it's curling hard.
17 minutes past
Should be good
noon
now.
on a Friday here in Jonkoping.
Sit. Nice weight, Teresa.
Still people able to find their way to this fantastic curling club.
Vi är lite längre ut än vi varit.
Ja, 12.
Ja, gå då. Det är bra linje, det är bara gå.
Linjen är bra.
12.
Ja, byt bak om ni kan. Gå, gå, gå. Hårt! Nära. Hårt! Hårt. Ni har den.
Var den nära?
Den är förbi. Ja, men gå. Klicka i. Var den lösare på Sepp också?
Samma klocka. Exakt samma.
Hon var lite utanför där va? Så.
Ja.
Guys coming around. I think we gotta come here. Or this.
Yeah, then Vanessa can double peel easy.
Okay.
Okay, a little shade more.
Yeah, a little bit more.
85. Okay. Lots of line.
82.
No, line's good. Line's good. Wait only.
Vanessa's gotta curl it.
Line's real good. Wait only.
Gotta curl it.
Yeah, it's gonna curl.
Go.
Wait only. Where are we?
Curl it.
It's fine. Gotta go. Okay. Hard. Hard then. Go. Go hard. Go. Go. Little more. Vanessa. Keep going.
Nice shot.
Very nice. I gotta come down your side.
Look over at sheet D, mixed doubles in action, Sweden versus Korea, first end. Sweden lying 1. Chance for Camilla Noren to score 2 at this first end.
Titta linjen. Titta linjen.
Yep. Nice.
Tapping up the red onto the yellow.
Ja, bra.
A score of 2, it was a chance of 3, but score of 2 at the first. They lead Korea 2-0.
Maybe.
Yeah, I actually see the ring under it.
I think it's more that way.
So yeah, put it on where you think. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Want to come in here again?
Okay. What do you want? 90?
I had 80 on yours.
Yeah, 82 on.
That's a little better. It's good. So I think I can go close to 90 because tolerance is a little short.
Yeah. Rock foot.
All there! Deeper than 9!
7, 8!
Trying to get some separation between these two stones. Left a double now for Sweden.
Man, hård 9, 8, 7.
Tar du vilken nu då ifall det bäst?
We're looking for a wee bit more weight to split their own behind the corner and get the shooter to roll over.
Wow, nej, aldrig. 8,5.
Aldrig! Fin fart! Nej. Balkarna.
Ja, Anna.
Jag måste ta av den. Ja, fin fart.
Magnus knocking her just slightly high of line and takes the top one. So a chance for Canada now to get some separation.
Okej.
They're drawing to the same place. They need to be careful they don't leave a double.
It is
I'm at
better.
the same T-line!
Okay, line's better.
T-line!
7.
Whoa, then,
We're
whoa.
tapping it.
Whoa.
We're 8, 9.
Okay, yeah. Yes. Come around it. Hard. Hard. Go, Teresa. Go. Tap it. Go, Karen. Take that one. Okay, that's fine. Good. That's good.
Gillar ni att skjuta kåren?
Jag kan också vicka på skotten, men...
Jag kan också vikta. Alltså, har du något av den?
Ja, jag har en tredjedel. Så vi kan ju vicka på skotten.
I så fall gillar jag den. Annars blir vi aldrig av med den.
Ja.
Det är vad du ser. Clearing.
Oh, this could be a really
Och det finnas kalla,
good
eller?
shot coming up, potentially. Sarah could see about a third from the hack. Catch that, or maybe even thinner. Get the double. Might even spin the shooter up and around the center guard. That would be a bonus. A little wide right now. He's going to make contact. No, right through the hole. Not very close, actually. More closest to the shot stone there. Looking a bit puzzled by that one. Oof, from here. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of room past those two. It's the wrong tolerance too. It'd be better off chipping the corner guard.
Yeah, I was thinking 95.
Okay.
Can't be long.
You got it, Karen.
So a few hiccups from Sweden. We'll see if Canada can capitalize.
Very in. To it.
Especially when Canada left their two stones
5, 6.
together, same side. The double was on.
It's in. It's 5.
No.
It's in, Darcy.
No,
So
I
what do you
know.
want?
We can't
6,
do anything though. We
do
gotta
the
let it
hole?
stop. No, you gotta let it stop.
So they wanted to leave this one just short of the rings. It's left a bit of a target.
Kan man bara vicka framför?
Palin Holm,
Alltså vi har ju
national
fortfarande
coach
den.
for Sweden.
Vi har fortfarande den.
I think he was just reacting to a bit of a tumble on the ice there.
För det känns inte som att man vill vicka fram. Alltså vi tjappar och de vickar
Vanessa
dit och har
Foster
inget.
from Canada went down, tripped over her own feet, I think.
Bara vanlig 7.
Opea.
Oh, she's wincing a bit. Probably more embarrassed than anything else, especially with the crowd so close.
Yeah.
7,5. Red. Ja. 7,5. Wow. Helt upp. Kom igen efter.
Hoping to get 2 reds there. If anything, maybe roll the shooter in behind cover. If it rolls too far, Canada still sits 2. A bit annoyed, McManus. Going for the guard again, Canada.
Line's tight. Gotta go a bit. Keep it out there. Whoa. No. Leave it high. Whoa. No, whoa. We have to leave it high here. Whoa. Okay.
Jag har ju fortfarande hår. eller?
What did it give you? Oh, free. Okay.
Det är samma hål som du hade.
Shoot. Sorry about my first.
Men skulle jag... Alternativet är att skjuta den.
Anna Hasselberg, Swedish rink, would dearly love to win this Curling World Cup here in Sweden to get to the final in Beijing.
Det är pissorunda vid så. Jag kan gilla den här. Ja. Borde vara när. Ja, gillar det.
The first leg of the World Cup, they got to the final but lost out to Rachel Holman's Canadian side. Didn't qualify at the second leg of the World Cup, so they would dearly love to win here.
Looking for the same double that our third attempted just a couple of shots ago. Just gonna throw this one through the port of the two guards. Not sure if there's a hole to slip through everything again. A little tighter on the line this time as well. They're gonna be past the corner guard here. No. Well, does open it up. So at least that double now is quite open. See if Canada wants to guard, come into the house.
Yeah, she'll have that double, but I mean, there's nothing else we can.
Okay, but if you leave it here and she makes a double, you can hit it, not it with your neck.
Well, I just like freezing it right to there. Okay. I think we do have to take that.
Okay.
I'll look over on sheet B. Canada trailing by 1 and facing a barrel load of Swiss stones this second end. Kadriana Sahidak. Colton Lott trying to hold the line. Leaves 3 Swiss stones. Wow, a big steal of 3 there. Switzerland lead 4-0 after 2 ends.
We're light. Very light. Okay, gotta go. Gotta go line. Line's good. Your line's good. Line's great. Lots of room right now. 5. Okay, keep her coming. 4. 14-23. Carve it if you can. Good, 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 good.
Wow.
Pretty good.
So a big target now for Anna Hasselberg.
Jag tänker bara vi tror. Komma här. Vänta, stöd eller? Sa du? Jag har inte stöd på den övre.
Kan vi skapa på den här eller?
Okej.
Eller nästan bara vilken är fan tight.
Vilken fart?
Tight på dubbeln.
Ja, kanske att vi får den då. Jag tänker mig 9
See the time remaining. Sweden
Bara för att vicka då
25
eller?
seconds. Get 4 minutes of thinking time per end in the first 4 ends of the game.
So just looking for the hit and roll here, I think. 9 seconds from hog to hog. Fairly controlled weight.
There is plenty cover for her to roll behind.
And just roll on top of the shot stone here. Even just nestle up against it like that, that's probably enough. Very tough to get to the yellow. Mighty Canada just attempt a tap up on the top red here for 2.
I think the tap is easier.
I just don't like this though. You could tap into that, right?
Vad sa du?
Okay, you gotta go. You gotta go.
What are we doing?
Gotta go.
Tapping red.
Where'd you give me last time, Karen?
Klein says 40 seconds left on the clock.
Okay, just a little more. Little more. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so a little more.
Tapping the one you just.
Or do yeah. I could draw it at the forefoot on the other
That's
side.
what I think.
Yeah.
20 seconds.
Okay. Just a little tap here.
Okay, a little more weight. Just a hair more. Not much more. It's okay.
Trailing by 1, Team Canada looking to score 2 here with the last stone.
Starting to work.
Hanging out
Gotta
there.
carve it. We don't have to wait.
Needs to move on over, tap the red, but won't get there. So just a one
One
for Darcy Robertson and Team Canada. All tied after two, 1 point each.
Good try, Darcy.
Few hiccups from both teams.
Min första satte vi i alla fall tog bort den
I'll get 6 more.
Så det var ändå en okej sten.
Ja, det var ju bara att kasta bort så att vi glömmer det.
Ja, det var så här, tror jag satt en sten. Jag bara, men ja.
Jag tog också bort den, men jag var tvungen att lägga tillbaka den. Ja, men bra med
Take guard, I don't know which one you like. It doesn't really matter, I don't think. They play them both, so.
I think
Looks a little light.
Go, go, go.
Leave
Maybe
it a
over
one,
the
leave it a
top.
one, then leave it a one. Leave
Curling
it a
a
one.
lot.
Just up here, yep, get to center. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
We're in Jonkoping, Sweden for the Curling World Cup. And it is Sweden to play against Canada, two of the biggest curling nations in history, you might say. Definitely if you start looking at the medal tables.
Yep, definitely two of the most successful nations over the years.
Curling's been around here for a while.
you got it.
The Jonkoping Curling Club was founded in 1961.
Solid! Clean it though, it's not that bad.
Yep.
Playing outdoors at the time.
Little up. Hard! Gotta go, Karen! Gotta go!
Quite a bit has changed since then.
Whoa, that's good. Okay, nice shot. Good shot.
Step back. Hot side.
Have you ever played outdoors, Rona?
Just the once.
Rapid.
Hot.
Yep.
Oh, oh.
Definitely a lot harder.
Hot. Agnes. Agnes.
Very good fun though.
Gå, Agnes. Hot. Trycker hack. Trycker
The
igenom.
weather conditions don't
Rulla, gå på deras.
make too much of a difference for the game now anymore,
Bra. 12-3.
unless it's very humid.
Bam.
Yep, and there's always the health and safety issues now playing outdoors.
You got it. Rock foot.
Got to look
Slipping through
at.
the ice.
Yes, in case it cracks and everybody falls through.
This is up. Up.
Just had the grand match in the Lake of Menteith in Scotland.
Whoa.
Been a good few years now since we've been able to have that.
Curl. Okay, that's good.
Elva.
See Sweden being pretty cautious with the last one advantage here in the third end. After the steal and the force, they've effectively switched the last one advantage, flipped the hammer, if you will. But maybe they're thinking, let's keep a blank alive here, and we can go a bit harder in the fourth end, trying to score in the even ends.
Bra. 11-3.
Yeah, and just a few errors at the last end, just settling the team back into it.
Jag funderar på om jag hade lite is
Keep it
på
fairly
också.
simple, as you say, and then go for the score it even.
Tycker att det varit rätt ärligt också.
Den är en sekund hårdare än min. Jag tycker den är
Yup, yup. Hard. Little down. Hard, Teresa. Hard. Gotta go. Gotta go for peace. Hard, hard, hard.
And just rolls out.
Fancy.
Sweden straight away go to peel the centre guard. They're quite happy to keep this open now.
Oh. Rent. Oh. Var tyngre. Var lätt rent. Agnes. Gud, ser ni att linan är lite sned där? Jag bara, nej, nu åker den utåt. Agnes.
So Canada will just keep trying to put up a guard and hope for an error from Sweden. Sweden will just keep peeling them off.
No, stick with this turn. This is fine.
What, 90?
I think 90, 95 should be close to this side. Got it, Karen.
The new Curling World Cup certainly proved to be very popular with the athletes. 3 disciplines all playing together under the one roof.
Should be close.
Okay, line's pretty good.
Right before.
Keep it straight.
Pretty tight though.
Yeah, keep it straight. Yeah, keep it straight. Go, go, go. Curling hard. Okay.
So we
that's
just
fine.
know the weight on that side.
Yeah, well, we gotta play it anyways.
Good, Karen.
Look over at sheet D, the mixed doubles, Sweden versus Korea. Sweden 2-1 up. Line 2. Last stone for Camilla Norin.
Yeah, yeah.
Guiding this into the 4-foot for a 3. And plays it perfectly. Great shot. Score of 3. Commanding lead now, 5-1 after 3 ends. But as we've seen this week, Xander, already,
A little less. A little less.
4 up in mixed doubles is
Line's
nothing.
a little straighter right now.
We've seen
Line's
ends
better
scored
this
4s,
side.
5s.
Oh, not curling as much.
A lot more stones in play.
Yep, you can go now. Nice and tight. All the way, bring it to 3. That's good, Karen. Nice shot.
Nice shot, Karen.
Yep. Yep.
One.
Yep.
In.
Yep. Ligger bra, men gå. Gå, gå, gå. Ja, bra. Eller, bra på. Härligt, Sara.
So all these teams desperate to get to the grand final in Beijing. There will be 8 teams competing there. The 3 winners from each of the 3 legs will represent their country.
More than the top?
Plus you'll have the host nation, which will be China. The current world champions, who will be crowned within the next couple of months for mixed doubles, men's and women's. There'll be a wild card by the organisers. And then the top 2 ranked teams from the standings from the 3 legs.
Still hold. Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, we're going to have a rock clock on this one, but this
Okay,
one
tight
has
as it'll come.
picked up
Tight as it'll come.
a little bit of debris.
Keep coming,
Go,
keep
go,
coming,
go,
keep
go,
coming.
go, go, go,
Keep
go.
See if
coming.
they can bring it into the house. No,
Shoot.
he was a guard. I'm not sure if Sweden's going to play around with it anyway, though. Probably doesn't make too much of a difference.
Yes, definitely.
If you're ever
was
going to
good
have a
progress.
pickup, that's probably the time for it.
absolutely. No harm done.
Yeah, it doesn't take much, and this is the sheet closest to the crowd. I'm not sure if it's more susceptible to a little debris, maybe. Some foot traffic. But keep your brooms down, and it's usually fine. Sweden will peel the guard. They would quite like to blank here, just retain last one advantage for the 4th end.
antar jag. Det lät som att han skippade. Han skriker ju så här. It's got a little less. But
Line's
it should be
good.
okay.
Still holding. Still holding.
Running, you guys.
13-9.
13-9. Now we know. To the back 8 even.
That's good.
So, running pretty quick and nice. Some good swing ice conditions have been really good so far.
Well, it was very straight the whole week.
Yeah, it's right. Yeah, that's true. It's running nice.
Sara sa en 7 va?
Ja, 7-3.
Och det går rakt.
Ja.
Tänk om vi hade fått spara de här 2 minuterna som vi hade nu.
Ja, precis. Men det får vi.
2 minutes left on the clock
Yeah.
for Sweden. Anna just making that observation. Lots of time left. Pretty quick end here. Last stone, third end. Usually routine, but we've seen a couple of mistakes on this particular shot this week. Just enough though to roll out. Blank the end. So the score remains the same. 1 point for each of the teams. And Sweden will carry the last stone into the fourth end.
It curls, yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, I do like the out. Okay. And speed's okay on that side?
Yes, that's
Yeah,
better.
it's better
Yeah.
on that side. Okay. All right.
Man har ändå råd att spela det. Ja, exakt.
Yep.
Men ni höll det bra? Ja.
Whoa, let it curl. Go. Oh yeah, here goes now. Go hard. Line's pretty good. Go. Nice. Good. Guys.
It is all tied at 1 point each through 3 ends here. We have one more end before halftime. I think now definitely Sweden looking to take full advantage of that last stone. Fourth end, they look at the scoreboard, they're thinking, well, you have the 4, the 6 and the 8. There's 3 even ends left. There's 2 odd ends. This would be a great time to score. Could potentially score one more time than your opponent, even have last stone coming home, control the game. That's the thinking, isn't it?
That's the plan. Curling doesn't always go to plan,
Sadly, no.
but in an ideal world, that would be the plan.
Still out here. Whoa.
There's always an opponent trying to foil your plans.
Straight if anything, it's gonna
Curl it if you can now. Yep.
Canada, of course, throwing that center guard, trying to bring the play towards the center, in around that 4 foot.
Nice. Good. Nice weight,
Going to
Teresa.
try and leave Sweden little room to score. And now you can see Sweden counteracting this by playing a soft peel on the center guard. Not allowed to remove this from play, but Sofia Malbergs can try and play a split, essentially. Open up the center, leave some guards on the wing. Just a tickle They were on that for a bit.
Bra
They're
spel.
thinking and it was going to finish a bit more. It never did. And that is actually still in play. But I don't think in the house, just hanging on that back line.
I'm right here.
It's a little short. It's not terrible.
So what are you
And
going to try?
it didn't help too much there.
90? How much slower do you think your rock is?
I think a 90 would be good for you.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
lead stone, dual
Rock foot.
purpose. Just try and clear the centre guard off, but keep your shooter as a corner guard.
98.
80% for Vanessa Foster for the tournament.
This is the track where Darcy's house.
Pretty steady play.
Go, lights! Lights, go, yep, straight!
No, girl, go.
Come on, guys, go!
Go.
Hard, go!
Nice. Good shot.
Swept
98.
that well, round the guard.
Bra den sidan.
Kan ju vara för att den är seg också.
Well, I think Agnes will need to do some knocking.
Ah, that's a funny one. I saw that there. Yeah, Agnes knocking her favourite shot, double peel.
Hårt! Stenhårt! Okej.
Only gets to one.
Ah, sorry på riktigt. Jag trodde verkligen
jag
att sista
trodde-
brytet skulle...
2.5.
Spela brytningsschema.
Ja, jag spelade den va?
Va?
Alltså jag slidade lös. Bra som fan.
Rock foot.
Lots of room. Whoa.
It's just two!
Gotta curl.
Gotta curl!
Curl it hard, Karen.
For a minute.
Go, Karen. Gotta go. Yeah, curl it hard. Go. Keep going. All the way, Karen. Gotta go hard.
Trying to
Gotta
pull
go,
this for
gotta go.
line
Keep
to
going,
guard
keep
the
going, keep going.
red in the house.
Go. Okay.
Doesn't fully cover.
Bara spela för vilken? 11.
Look at sheet B, mixed doubles. Switzerland leading Canada 4-1. Canada line 3. Jenny Perry playing big weight.
Open door!
Wow.
Open door!
And removes 2, but it's a steal of 1 for Canada. So Switzerland still lead 4-2 after 4 ends.
Sorry. Ja, det var ju efter linan.
Vad var det för fart?
11-4. Ja. Jäklar vad den kom ner. Alltså 11-3. Men den delade ju bara där nere. Top 4.
Gotta give it though. You gotta, I think 75. Yeah. Same as yours on this side.
Okay.
Got it.
No.
Heavy!
No, it's gotta curl. Yeah, we gotta come off of this. Yep. Whoa. Let it curl.
It's got lots.
Go hard, yep. Go. Okay.
Came down, Karen. I'd 65, but it came down. It's straighter there, right? So.
Vad gillar ni? Kan man... Det är trångt att dela.
Shoot, sorry, a little too much.
I så fall på den här handen, så i och för sig.
Nej, absolut inte.
Skulle du missa gul så borde du chappa den. Bara spela fart igenom.
Ja.
Looking for the split
Nu går det åt.
on the tight yellow center guard.
På den här sidan. Så kollar jag
Saying if you do over curl and don't catch it, you should nose the back red.
Yeah, a couple of options here for Sweden. They want to try and get something going to get their 2.
Lite lösare här, bakåt. Bakåt då.
Gonna make sure to do one of the options though, not just tickle and slide past everything.
Bakåt. Agnes.
Seems to be on it. Taps that one in, rolls the shooter just onto the rings.
Bra. Bra Sanna.
Härligt Sara.
Fint spel. Bra skippat Sanna.
Bra.
They do lie short, so Canada need to make a play on it.
Play hack.
I like hack.
I think a good hack.
Can't see the whole stone. Inside edge is covered.
So nice 60. So just a shade more than what I just gave you.
Yeah. Settle down. Get down. A bit. Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa.
No!
Curl now, yep. Hard. Go Vanessa, hard, hard,
This has
hard,
got a
hard,
long way
hard.
to pull.
Make it Teresa, yeah. Nice shot. Good.
Makes it nicely.
Okay.
Canada lie 3.
Nice shot, Karen.
Shoot, sorry, my first were just figured I had to huck it. We probably needed a little less ice because it's this side straighter, right? And I had to throw dead weight because it's so heavy out there.
Tunn halv. 8,5. Red. 8,5. Nej! Nej! Bara vika.
Helt upp.
8,5. Ska du bara vika?
Nej, nu igen.
So Sarah McMahon is going for the double and or just even the single hit and roll.
Härligt. Bra Sara. Sitta. Härligt Sara, bra.
Pretty good effort.
Grym scen. Ja, vi ska. Bra.
Look at mixed doubles. Sweden 5-1 up. Big cluster of stones. Hairi Zhang trying to negotiate the guard, but no. So it looks like a score for Sweden. Another steal. 1 on the scoreboard. 6-1 after 4 ends. Sweden in control.
Try 90, positive 90 or 95. You got her, Darce. Good throw. Paper light. Light. Very light.
Okay. No, line's good. Weight's good.
Line's great.
5.
Okay, it needs to curl.
Gotta go.
Needs to
Hard.
curl.
4.
Gotta
Keep it
go.
coming, come on.
Hard.
14-8. Go, go, go. Come on, you're doing it.
Go.
Go,
You
go,
got it.
go.
Go.
Go, go, go.
Need to
Keep
drag
going,
this
keep
as
going,
far
keep
as they
going,
can
keep
into the
going.
forefoot.
Great brushing.
Good. Yep.
Good try, Darce. Great line. Just a little late there. Great line.
Just comes up short. Leaves Sweden line 1.
Den enda ganska vid den
It's the
här.
first time in this end for Sweden looking like building up a 2.
Bra fart här tror jag.
Vi ligger skott va?
Ja.
Jag tror vi är farten här ute då.
Hela
Att vi
tiden
får-
ändå.
Ja.
Hennes var ju, när de drog den tyckte jag att den såg ut att leva.
Ja. Deras knack kom in i lite. Den som låg
Den
vid.
var lös hela vägen.
Okej.
De kollade den lös.
Ja. Där du.
Det är tight.
74% for Anna Hasselberg.
Alla gå.
Gå!
Släpp dem nu.
Bra linje!
So far in this tournament.
Helt okej snart. 8.
Måste gå bara!
Perfekt
Måste fart.
linje. Ta plats. Håll igång den.
8.
Vi har den!
Till att vi 8.
Gå Agnes! Du har den! Perfekt linje! Gå!
Gå
Kolla.
Agnes, du måste ligga 2. Gå
Gå!
Agnes. Agnes, häng.
Häng Agnes! Gå! Bra Agnes.
Den var ju...
Well, yeah, that didn't move to the end and you got tap weight, right?
Okej.
Bra.
Bra Lena. Den var ju där i fart men den var lite för långt ut liksom. Så vi... Okay, tap it to the back, guys. Okay.
90 for the top.
Need what?
90.
That was a 4, right?
I had 4 4s.
Okay.
Just looking to tap her own red stone up. Ideally, you push it down onto the tee line, maybe even frozen on one of the back stones.
7, baby. 8. Needs to curl.
Got lots. I'm gonna just.
Okay, we can
Lots
come.
of rotation
straight
here.
draw.
Is it going to curl enough
Straight draw.
to get to the face of the red
Yes.
stone? Don't think
Hey,
so.
whoa.
Changing up the call here. Just trying to come straight around, but it's all heavy. And it's going to go all the way past and to the very, very back.
Wave was good, eh?
A little firm. I'd
A little firm.
Just a little more weight for the straight.
Här.
Där.
Här.
Jag tror att vi måste gå här, Anna.
Tror ni att vi får plats här?
Ja, så vi gick långt från gadden.
Jag
Fast
känner
det
att
här ger ju oss ingenting. Du måste komma där.
Ja. Okej, spela så då.
Jag tror det är slaget.
Det känns ju naturligare här.
Va?
Det känns naturligare där. Vi behöver inte korsa linan förrän vi ligger nära liksom. De har ju gått
Mindre.
där, då hade de ju haft is där. På,
Lite
då,
mindre.
och då rundade
Lite
de
mindre.
ifrån. Vad har jag? 21.
20 seconds left. Should be okay.
Okej, lite mindre Sara.
Do we think Sweden are allowing 2 or the
Nu har
1?
det gått en tid.
Sweden thought the back yellow was out counting the red earlier in the end, so we think it's a draw for 3. Last stone, fourth end.
Fin fart.
Would be
Helt ner.
great to put 3 points on the board before halftime here. Tricky little draw.
Bara er.
Navigating past the guards here. Looking pretty good. Don't want to move their own yellow too far. They won't. It's got to be 2. I'll have a second look at the other ones. Sometimes our angle can be a little deceiving.
It's 2 for sure, and 2 for sure. We'll measure these 2. Okay.
Okay, 2 for sure, plus a measure.
Great way to finish that fourth end for Sweden. Canada had control of that most of the way through the end. One slack shot and Sweden capitalised.
Well, when that shot was made, they made that roll there in the back. The stone they're going to be measuring. The front end said, oh yeah, no, we're shot. With a high amount of confidence, so we shall see.
Fast vi kommer, det är nästan 4 fot. Det är nästan mer än 4 fot. Ja. Det är nästan 5. Så det är ganska mycket isgräs. Ska jag säga. Ändå. Alltså man ska ändå korsa hela 4-foten.
Ja, absolut. Och inte toucha någon center liksom. Det var nog ganska nice, för de hade ju lirat där
Right,
ganska
is
många
that
gånger.
the 3, I think,
Så det var
on
så
the
här,
yellow?
det curlade, men de kom nog inte runt på den
Much
lite längre
on the
ut.
red at
Men
all.
man såg att det curlade.
So it is yellow. Swedish front end. They have keen eyes, as it's 3 points for Sweden. And that marks half-time. Teams will have a little break, but they'll be back on the ice in just a few minutes. It's 4-1 for the Swedes.
Sen var det bara lite kassa stenar. Fast du är frisk, va?
Jag gillar banan.
Ja, absolut.
Thick part of it.
First end, Canada facing 3 Swedish counters.
9-5. Yep.
Trying to get the hit in the inside. Just catches it on the nose. A steal of 1 for Sweden.
Bra omgång. Ja, jättefin.
Eller forsa.
Could draw to the forefoot on the other
That's what
side.
I think.
Second end. Canada line 1. Going for the tap for 2. Good weight, but just high of line.
Okej, good try.
And only
Det
score
var ändå
1.
en okej sten.
Ja, fan. Det var ju bara kast.
De har ju gått
Fourth
de har
end,
haft
Sweden
jävla-
line 2.
Lite mindre!
A draw for 3. Navigating through all the guards.
Bara er.
Managed perfectly. And a score of 3 for Sweden. Going into the halftime break.
Jag har lite här med mjölken i växten.
Men bra.
I look across the other sheet. The other women's game 1-all. Fifth end, mixed doubles. Canada down 7-2. Norway 7-4 up on US. Sweden 6-3 up against Korea.
Got things set up for 2.
It's really heavier on that right side, but then it curls better to the board, so I don't know what side I think for the double corners. It curls better.
So do you guys normally do double corners or double corners? You stack
No.
them?
Usually stack, or what do you want? You don't like that?
Well, yeah.
It depends where your first one goes.
Fan vad mycket bättre vi har blivit på det här nu. Det vi pratade om förra gången, att jag sa så här, när det är ont om tid så måste du bara, du måste bestämma. Nu är det ändå 2 här, nu fryser den här sista stenen så jag bara mindre, men även den, jag bara, vilken fart ska jag spela?
Men de spelar en... Nej.
Om balla, eller vadå?
Nej, att det är en sten med handtag på.
1,20.
Det gjorde de ju på kontot.
Det är liggstenen.
Det är bra. Kör vi.
A look at the numbers. Sweden ahead of Canada on the draw. Fairly similar with hits. But Sweden just ahead in the percentages at half-time. And that's what shows on the scoreboard. 4-1 after 4.
Game of Thrones, men det kanske är Grace man ska se om.
Ska vi se om den?
Ja. Eller vilken då? Grace.
Well, I thought twice the first day there. Yeah, and it gets cut. Yeah.
Men var lite fast på om det sitter lite då. Eller något. 1-4.
Bra linje! Jättefin linje! Ganska rakt! 8-4. Sara!
Bra fart!
Om ni kan låta den greppa så gör det. Där går den. Perfekt linje nu.
Team Sweden and Team Canada back in action here in the fifth end. Just had their halftime break. It was Sweden to be the happier of the two sides coming into that break. Scored a 3 in the fourth end. They are up 4-1 on Darcy Robertson and team.
82.
Teresa Cannon enjoying a good start. Trying to set up the ends for the Canadians.
Looks heavy. That was good. Okay. Yep.
And it will be key for her to keep doing so now that they're trailing in the game. And that's a nice corner guard.
That goes.
92.
I had 82. Bra linje!
Bra fart!
12-8!
12-8!
Perfekt linje! 8!
Ha plats!
Bra listat! Hänger kvar!
8. Ha plats!
Wow.
Full 12-8 nu.
Kolla. Kommer nu, perfekt linje. Bara sikta.
Det är bajtåtta.
Härligt Fia, grymma stenar.
Bra.
Härligt, snyggt.
Tack. 14-7.
Härligt Fia.
Great play from Sophia Marberg.
99.
Good placement. 4-1 up. They don't want any guards in play.
Mine's good.
Curl if anything, curl if anything.
Not too deep. Not too deep.
Yeah,
Okay, a little bit, yeah. Yeah, now. Yep. Yeah, a little bit.
Curl.
A little bit curl. Okay, that's good.
Hake nära, hake är bra.
So Sweden unable to remove guards, are in the free guard zone area. So they'll just put one close to the house in line with their two in the rings. Agnes knocking her, I think her best game today.
Hake, kort hake.
Still 4 ends to go.
Hake emellan.
Kom mycket curl,
Bara emellan. Okej, ni kan gå tills det stannar. Perfekt linje.
Bra linje.
2, perfekt linje. 2 meter. Gå tills det stannar. Perfekt linje.
Evelina!
Gå, gå, gå. Gå, 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 gå. Är det Agnes? Bra faktiskt.
Nice guard there from Agnes.
I like the run. Bra sopat. Okay, PL.
Canada
Cross
know
the
they're going to
face.
have to try and open things up.
Feeling it this way.
Rockfoot.
Yep. Hard.
Keep going. Keep going.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh.
Yep, yep. Hard.
Oh, so does make contact with all the stones she wanted to, but unfortunately has jammed them all.
What do you think a draw to the button with the in-turn is? Because it's looking like that's what I'm going to have to do.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to do if you try.
9.
Jag tror nästa jag gillar att bara lägga den. Har vi perfekt linje kan vi dra det, men spela för gard.
Gillar du det eller?
Just throwing a tight guard here. Said if they had a good line, they can bring it a bit deeper.
Kändes bättre nu.
Bra linje, hake, kort hake. Ni kan gå. Lite tajtare. Kort hake. Kort hake. Ja! Och precis förbi. Ja, gå, gå, gå.
Gå, gå.
Gå, gå, gå. Separation. Gå, gå, gå. Gå för linje. Gå för linje. Gå, gå, gå. Gå, gå, gå. Runt, runt, runt. Gå, gå, gå. Lite drill, lite drill.
Bra. Bra.
Very well swept there.
Ja, hon fick inte iväg den lite, men hon slidar bättre.
Yeah, important to come around the red there. You don't want to leave it in front. That way Canada could try and double off the guards and run a red stone in. This way they're always running in a yellow.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa, curl! Good. Nice shot. That was nice.
Yeah, pretty good. Opens it up.
En till gard nu då. Center.
Hade du Fia? 0 på den sista. Ja. Känns som man behöver lite.
Bra linje.
Sarah McManus a bit down in today's game for her tournament average.
Hake!
Fin fart. Okej. Låt den curla lite.
Jag tror Fia.
Greppa. Lite längre ut.
Kan du gå Fia?
Lite längre. Ligger hake!
Gärna dra den.
Japp, japp, japp.
Just trying to replace the center guard.
Räcker.
Bra. Bra skott. Bra. Bra nu Sara. Bra. Fint spel. Run it straight.
No way through for Canada. They just have to run that center guard back into the pile.
Good. 9.
Whoa! Whoa! Yeah, you gotta peel it!
Karen Klein also down on our tournament stats for today's
Okay,
game.
that's fine.
Again, makes contact with the stones but doesn't open things up.
Alltså det är ju ett hål där. Jag tror det. Det enda är att om de drar dit, då har inte vi...
So has left a centre guard and also Sweden lying.
De drar en så, behöver inte komma ända ner.
Alltså det känns lite fräckt där. Jag tror inte det är det här.
So Sarah McMahon is just going to come around everything.
Ganska mycket igen. Vänta. Nej. Den är hård.
Lite längre.
Nej, den är jättehård.
För lång ut.
Nej.
Wants to come around top tee, but Sweeper standing back on this one.
Den är bakåt 12.
Looking a bit speedy.
13-1.
Var den hårdare än den som jag drog från start?
Ja, det var den. Då är den 95, den var 77.
Ja.
Slips to the back ring.
Ja, jag vill bara tänka om den flöt eller om det var att det var hårdare. Okej.
Do you like 10?
Whatever you like to get through the port.
I think 10.
Look at the mixed doubles. Norway 7-4 up. Lying one, Becca Hamilton for United States. Got a chance here for two. And makes it perfectly. So a score of 2 for USA. 7-6 now to Norway after 7.
Just need a little more roll.
Jag tänkte in ja.
Vilka får vi runda på andra sista i så fall?
Du tror inte hon
Skulle
rullar på
kunna
sista?
spela en 8 här.
Ja, men det jag menar.
På innan skulle vi kunna spela lösare också.
Om vi släpper här nu så rundar
Ta
hon.
lite
Ja,
mer,
men då
spelar
har
vi
vi
inte
den
bara...
ner i så fall.
Jag bara funderar på om man ska vicka så känns det ändå okej att spela outanden. Det är exakt det jag spelar clearingen. Gillar du det? Spela en 8 fast på raka. Gillar du
A
det?
good double from
Vi har
Karen
tid att
Klein.
diskutera Sara. Vi har 1,45. Ja.
Bara köpa eller?
Vad sa du?
Köpa eller vilka?
Always throwing through the hole here. Just trying to figure out which turn to throw. Anna saying she feels a bit more comfortable playing the out.
Där som jag spelar där.
Just playing an 8 seconds.
Buzzet mer. Jag
Firm
sätter
weight.
lite mer än vad jag gjorde på nollningen, men...
Might even get a little bit of a roll.
Säkert!
Anna's having a strong game today so far.
Bra tjej. Bra sopat. Bra sopat, var lite tajt va? Ja.
They're pretty good. You know, leaves a draw for Canada, but only one side is open really. So if Canada comes on the in turn here, Sweden can follow, play a freeze. Not very easy to get in there for 2.
Hey, just bury it.
Just nibble the 4.
No out turn draw.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, yeah, on the straight, hard! Hard on the straight! Hard! Come on, guys! Go, go, go! You're still by, come on!
Darcy Robertson trying to come right around here into the 4 foot.
Vanessa, go, go, go! Go, go, go!
Just catches the top one. Does lie short, so Sweden do need to make a play on it, but it is wide open.
På något sätt går det av. Ja, det är lock. Det är bara att vi kommer inte in.
Tiny
Great try. Great try.
Just
a shade light. And
Så här. Är det bara knappen eller?
Ja, 9.
Ja.
Jag har råd att sätta ganska rakt på den här sen.
Ja, det tror jag. Vad bra med tid.
Jag tror jag har råd att sätta ganska rakt på den här isen.
Jag tror också det. Vill ha lite mer eller
Det vickar ju hellre in än att nicka av, så jag gillar det där. Ja.
So Sweden can lie two. Force Canada to take their one.
Lite plus.
Säker Mia!
Ja. Hårt! Hårt! Wow! Wow! Japp, japp, japp! Wow!
Ligger bra,
Wow!
ligger bra,
Japp!
ligger bra. Härligt.
Doesn't roll in, but just noses it. So it blocks that draw for Canada. Intern draws what she just played.
Nej. Inte med, hon måste ju ha mikrofon.
Pretty tough to blank too, I think.
Hon tycker inte att hon har någon led.
Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, I like this too. Yeah, a little more. That was what? 4. Okay.
Darcy Robertson has to negotiate her way through some guards here. But only needs to be half in the house to lie short.
Well, there is a bit of shrapnel out there. It's a pretty tough port to come through. Need to give it to the sweepers here, so you can work with the line a bit if
Keep
needed.
it on the straight, yeah! Hard!
So now trying to hold it
Hard
straight.
line! Hard line!
Just gonna tickle the guard. That is a steal of 1. 1 indeed. Sweden running away with this game. 5-1. The score now after 5 ends of play.
Ja, fan.
Marbergs hade kunnat gjort det också.
Marbergs hade ju gjort ett lunnande.
Fan, och kolla clearingarna på kontot. Jag bara satt ju bara 100%.
Men bra tryck den här omgången.
Ja.
Bra tempo också.
Men se till att pressa dem lite.
Ja, fortsätt.
Lite mer.
Vi pressar dem bra den här omgången också. Eller vad tänkte du på?
Nej, men bara fortsätta.
Ja, fortsätt. Går ni för helt in eller går ni för fullt tal? Okej, ja, gå för fullt tal. Gå för fullt tal. Bra.
Det är bra.
Jag visste inte vad jag skulle säga. Jag skulle säga om ni gick för skottet så va.
93.
Looks like it's widen. Really looks heavy.
Oh yeah, this is the fastest spot in the ice probably.
Okay, whoa,
Really
whoa,
curling.
whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, now, yeah, a little bit.
Bring it
Tighter, yeah. Okay, that's good.
I'm just losing it.
Couple of rocks in play here in end 6.
Bra linje.
Bra fart!
Bara er, vi har plats just nu.
Sweden now with a 4-point lead. 3 ends to go.
Går för tidigt. Hänger kvar.
Bara 8.
Especially with the 5-rock rule.
Kolla upp. Här, det går jättebra.
See a lot of points awarded in the last few ends, but Canada, they're going to need to up their game a bit, I think, Rona. Failed to really generate anything.
Bra satt.
Yeah, too many errors, and when they get that half chance, they're not capitalising. And against this very experienced Swedish side, who don't make many mistakes, you can't afford not to capitalise when you get the chance.
Line's good.
Good curl.
Yep, yep. Hard, go, go, go. Go, go, go. That's good. Nice.
Good shots.
linje om vi kan.
Känns 8-4.
Bra linje.
8.
Japp.
Fight 4. 8.
Kommer in rikttalande. Wow. Wow.
Vi var 12.
Japp.
Sweden happy just to
Japp.
bring all their stones into the house.
Bara mot.
Japp, 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 japp. Japp, 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 japp. Det verkar som att det är helt två olika spår.
Ja. När man kommer ut till.
And final score here, Sweden beating Korea in the mixed doubles. Score of 10-3. Convincing win for Camilla and Per Norin.
Rock foot. You got it. Speed's good.
Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard. Hard, Teresa, go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Right on nose. Yep, yep, yep. That's good.
So Vanessa Foster
Nice
just
shot.
trying to move these stones about a bit to try and give them something to play with. Straight away, Sweden call for the peel in the guards.
Yep. Yep. Stenhårt. Gärna. Gå, gå, gå.
Fia, gå Fia.
Okej. Bra.
A nice double peel and roll over to the centre.
Härligt, Agnes.
The Swedish team are so efficient at their upweight peels.
Yeah.
Should be pretty straight here.
Yeah,
Mine
you
did
want a little
nothing,
less?
yeah.
Big edge, yeah.
Rock foot.
Seven. Pretty good.
Okay, whoa, long
Keep
time.
jumping a
Whoa,
bit.
whoa,
Yeah.
we're running. No.
Just running.
No, we're heavy. Whoa.
Tapping. 9.
Okay, whoa then, whoa, whoa.
Yep, 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 yep.
Whoa, no, 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 no. Okay.
Just really straight there.
Sorry.
And heavy. Very, very straight.
Okay, so I could have thrown 90 or 95.
Just caught that on the wide side. Sweden not going to leave any red stones in play. Quite happy to hit them all out. The Swedish team have all got very deliberate pre-shot routines. They do exactly the same thing in the hack, time and time again.
Ren. Japp. Japp.
Janis.
Japp. Japp. Bra spel, Sara.
Bra. Grymt.
På sista låg du perfekt igen.
Men jag tycker typ den här dragningen.
Ja.
För att jag bara såhär,
Eller lite
vet
mer
inte.
på sidan i början.
jag tycker för den här ger mycket händer liksom.
Alltså din dragning där, den tycker jag ändå såhär, den ser.
I think good half.
I'd like to throw a little more.
Just play bump it to the back here. Back 8.
Okay. It's like Vanessa there, 80. Yeah. 75 should be close. Same as mine.
Look at sheet B, Canada versus Switzerland. Switzerland 7-4 up. Canada line 2. Jenny Perry screaming at Martin Rios to hold this. Going for the raise and misses both reds, so a steal of 2 for Canada. Tightens the score to 7-6. 1 end to play.
Det är okej att bara ta den så. Ren. Ren. Japp.
Wow! Fin fart, Sari!
Wow. Nej! Ren.
Nej!
Ren.
Nej, låt det jobba!
Ren.
Säker Sari!
Ren.
Låt det jobba!
Var ren.
Låt det jobba!
Bra.
So a chance now for Canada to come around.
Lots of line. No, no, no. No, no, no. Just falling. No, no, no.
Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let
You
it
gotta
curl.
carve it.
Let it curl it now, Teresa. Yep, back four is okay. Go, 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 go. Hard, hard, hard. Get shot. Go, 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 go. Okay.
Sweepers left that a bit long before they tried to bring it down. Sweden do lie short.
Takes so long. I mean, first we needed to carve that hit to try and get it across. Yeah.
Yeah.
Helium, Sara.
Ja, den är en meter på över.
Anna Hasselberg will be able to see the edge of it, but not much.
Fjärdedel, men alltså vi kan spela den ändå. Vi kan bara spela här. Men vi är långt ifrån gadden. Spela här.
11,5 då? Ja. Typ en 12.
Ja, jag tror också det.
Saying all she can see needs to play a hack weight to try and tap it back.
Ja, absolut. Och den var ändå 10-9. 12 borde vara hack i, ja, lite längre än hacket själv.
Ja. Det är exakt där Fia tickade.
Ja. Den var 12-7. Ja, säker! Japp, bra fart! Säker här! Ja! 12! Nej! Lite hårdare! 11-8!
Aldrig!
Kan du gå
Fia,
till?
Fia, gå nu! Gå Fia, häng! Häng, du har den, du har den.
Trying to pick this one out. And again, able to do so. Not able to make it difficult enough for Sweden. Team Canada.
Yeah, I had. Okay.
Jag slidade så hårt.
Been proven a bit ineffective in this second half.
You could even play that hit and roll here too, because it doesn't curl much.
That's a good line. Like if it was a couple feet deeper.
Okay. So what do you need?
85.
Okay.
So the guards are there for Canada to be able to use to come around.
Okay. Line's okay right now. We're a little tighter than mine.
4, 3.
Okay, on the straight. On the straight. On the straight. Keep it on the straight. Okay, roll her red, roll her red. Keep it
Darcy's
going,
really
keep it going,
struggling
keep
with her
going.
draw weight today. She's come up light on many occasions.
It's a little light.
04. Shoot, sorry.
So now, no threat to Sweden, and they can really tighten the screws
Ja, det är den
on
lättare.
Canada.
Ja, men A1 då? Bara A1.
I think they're just going to plug the hole.
Mitt emellan där.
To the guard.
Ja, det tror jag. För att även om vi
Between
lägger den
those reds
även om
somewhere?
vi skulle lägga den i U1 så gaddar vi nästan drar den
It'll be
igen.
very tough for
Jag tror mer. Bara gadda, det finns ingen väg
Canada
in.
to score, really.
Tror du att det är med kit?
Nej, jag gillar det. Jag tror det är bra.
Var lite lugnare i början va?
Ja. Fias kom ju inte ner supermycket den som låg lite vid en stund. Alltså,
hade bra kick i den.
Ja.
Så den hade ju bra fart liksom.
Jag tror ändå att det är okej spår. Gott om tid.
Great communication about the weight needed here. It is quite wide out.
Bra linje.
Ja, nära!
Haken. Hålla i den lite.
Nej, behöver inte.
Ligger nära 12!
Nej, nej. Behöver kalla.
Hänger kvar!
Helt okej linje.
Nära! Se till när det går! Kan gå!
Nära den.
Kan gå!
Ligger bra. Vi behöver inte dra den.
Jo,
Vi
lite
ska
va?
ta den
Gå,
lite.
gå, gå!
Japp.
Gå, gå, gå!
Japp.
Gå, gå, gå!
Japp, lite mer.
Lite till, lite till, lite till, lite till!
Yeah, great guard there from Anna Hasselberg. Makes it very difficult now for Canada.
Remember when we drew
Yes,
and then
we
we
did,
tapped?
yeah. Okay.
I don't think you need. Yeah, I think that should be lots because it sits for a long time and then finishes hard at the end.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
The draw is there to be fully in the 4-foot to get shot,
Okay.
but weight and line crucial here.
Okay, so.
A little more, Darce. Like quite, like you threw 403 and we need 85. Yeah. Quite a bit more.
I have to throw it more positive too.
Okay, let's make this one. You got it.
Big smiles from Team Sweden. They know they've done all they can at this end. Forcing Canada to take one, but it's not an easy shot for one.
We gotta go.
Okay. Hard on the straight.
4.
Hard on the straight. Real hard.
This one
Okay,
making
you're
a
on the
bend. Might be all over the front here.
Light.
All light as well.
Good game.
That
Good
is
luck.
3
Good
points,
game.
I
Good
think,
luck.
for Sweden. Definitely a win for Team Hasselborg.
Very good luck.
They were all over Canada on this one.
Good game. Good luck. Good game. Good luck.
Ja, härligt. Snyggt Agga.
Bra. Yes. Här, ge mig den bara snabbt innan jag ska prata med min favorit.
Härligt Anna.
Synd om mig. Nu failar han igen. Nu var det ingen där. Kameramannen var inte där. Och så bara.
All right.
And there we see some handshakes. Switzerland beating Canada in the mixed doubles. So Jenny Perry and Martin Rios.
Einfach durchwischen.
And another mixed doubles game to finish. Norway winners over USA 10-6. Thomas Ulsrud and Kristen Skazlian. Kristen already qualified for the grand final in Beijing. So just one other game left on the ice. Russia versus China in the women's session 9. 3-3 after 6 ends. China have got the hammer at the 7th end. Both these teams are level at the top of Group A. Both played 3 games and both sitting on 6 points. And so were Sweden before that last game.
Okay.
So China have the hammer at the 7th end. They are lying 1 behind the corner guard. Russia persevering with the centre guard. They would love to force China to a 1.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Margarita Fomina.
О, не надо. Есть уже есть. Оу. Стой. Хорошо. Что, сейчас повезем куда-нибудь, куда останется? Да. Спавить уже бесполезно, она сунет второй. Потом против двух будешь вести.
So Zhang Lijun just going for the clear.
Wow. 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 Hey! Wow. Wow. 擦一擦。
So takes off the centre one.
击打没有那么掉哎。
Russia now deciding, do we put up another guard?
尴尬了。Sorry， 踢个球来。没0号，没站住。那还差不多还是0号打过去。Что думаете? 都是他踢的，跟晚了，小完了滑上去。
Anna Sidorova, experienced Russian skip. Over Courage, she wants to guard that centre line. So China will now come around. Lie 2. So you can see there's quite a gap through the centre of these red stones for China to come around. Zhang Yilun. Skip for China.
正常带就行，下楼 OK， 下楼非常好。
This team played at the first leg of the Curling World Cup in China.
下楼没问题，下楼 OK 啊。刷子位置哦。Harry，廖雪，Harry 不行，真的，哎呀。
So it does bury behind the guards and lies too. Russia get the inside of that outside yellow to get the roll in behind.
Есть запас?
Если мы не привозим, это -3.
Ну да.
Будет сложно взять. Ролл можно.
Давайте, да, тем более подваливает также на 10, наверное, побольше щетку. Да, чтобы в конце все-таки подвалил под ролл.
Yep, so going to try and come in off this outside yellow. Sidorova from Moscow in Russia. Huge amount of experience at international level. Dearly love to catch the inside of this. Is it going to stay? It's not. So China are going to have a draw for 2. The 7th end.
Well, we had some blanks, some singles in the first half, but potentially all 2s here in the second half, both in the 5th and 6th end now, maybe in the penultimate end as well. Yang Yilun has enough room here.
It's the same line as she came down with her first one.
Line's okay. It's just the weight now. Looking a bit more hot than the first one. Will it settle down? I'm not sure. Fomina on the sweep. They swept that one early, the sweepers. And it's been overcooked. That's gone too far. And it's just a 1 for China. Yilun can't believe it. So just a 4-3 lead for China over Russia with 1 end remaining.
Я не думаю, что будет сильно, но
3圈啊，小点儿，1、2，1了，还是1了，Go Go Go， 有，OK 不，OK 好球。
1 end to go. China, Russia. Our feature game between Canada and Sweden ended with a Swedish win. So last game remaining out there this afternoon is this one. We had 3 mixed doubles games. They also finished. Russia down by 1, needing 2 for the win. And of course, no extra ends. Russia is forced to take a 1 here. We'll have a shootout.
Yep, because both these teams will just have seen Sweden win that game, and all 3 of them were level before this game started on 6 points. So both of them would dearly love a win here. Because if it goes to a shootout, they can't get the 3 points.
Идет по широкой. Хороший вес. Сядет, потирайте.
Julia Guzieva,
Нельзя пока.
lead for Russia.
Надо вес, надо вес. Надо вес. Как линия вес есть? Линию надо валить, линию надо валить.
Trying to bring this into the 4 foot.
Стой. Молодец.
Great shot.
6，罗德那多大？14秒。
China just going to come around and freeze on top.
6， Harry 顶线
Bombs are cheap.
Harry， 哇，6
Looking to freeze.
Harry， 力量 OK 啊，力量可以啊，力量大一点。
And Sweeper standing back, looking a bit speedy.
咱们再报报力
Yeah,
量。
quite heavy. Does reposition that red, if anything, but still on the T line.
So both teams here with very different agendas.
Я Юля стояла вот так.
Russia want to
Чуть
win the
поменьше
game.
стою.
China need to steal. They can't afford to give up a 1. Tie it. They want 3 points. They want to win this game in the 8 ends.
Да, 0,5 хорошо.
Yulia Porchinova.
Хороший вес. Зайти.
Looking to come around again here.
Подсядет. Подсаживается. Нет, Тиланьза. Зайти. Конец 6-8. Повыше. Туда подальше.
This one looking a bit speedy as well. Is it going to dig in time?
Прям пипу ей оставляем.
Just on the button and no more.
提线
But
6
it does give a nest for China to come in on top of.
不要抽得太大。下面не сориентировались。6-5，这针小点儿。线路 OK 啊，可以等。6-6-6，哇，不行，线大。6-5，下线。下线。Harry，俩人。看力量，刷子这儿啊，刷子这儿。Harry。
Trying to make this curl at the end.
哇 ，OK， 好球。
Ah, great shot.
哎呦，
Really well judged.
这14秒1。这个。
Well, that is trouble now for Russia.
Если мы будем бить вот так, мы вынесем свой, скорее всего. Этот останется здесь.
Нам главное сейчас его из центра выцепить, иначе они намертво там за...
Тогда пил.
Potential
Если
game
что,
winner
лучше этот
shot
удар
there.
сбивать.
Ага.
Этот центральный.
So Russia trying to come through this gap.
Sweep!
Oh! Wow. Great shot. Opens it all up.
Yeah, you were always killing your own reds there. But you need to open up that forefoot.
Misses the guard by absolutely nothing.
The 2 reds go, 1 yellow one go, but that second yellow off the button on the side. There's a bit more space. And if China comes through with a good draw again, you know, just throw it through the hole.
下路 OK 啊，
Easy peasy.
下路 OK 是力量，可以下线。Cindy 不能下，哇，勾筋不擦。Cindy 勾筋不擦了。不行，
So Sweden picking up a win and 3 points. Like you said, Rona, important for them to, for these teams to try and win this, to stay level with Sweden. Only the one team goes to the final, so if they end up splitting the points, they're a shootout, and Sweden's going to have a bit of a lead on them.
Yeah, both China and Russia still have to play Sweden again in the double round robin.
А что ты хочешь? 9?
Да, я думала, типа, это контролируемо.
Давай 9. 9, давай даже слабее тогда. Нет. О, свип!
but it's a different way of thinking and playing this last end, because in normal curling, when you have an extra end, you could play for that extra end.
Oh, wow. Through the hole again. We'll sit there for second shot.
So yeah, tactically you would play to go for that extra end, but whereas here you want the win in the 8th end. So you'll play it just a bit differently.
Especially so for China. When you're one down without hammer, you play and say, okay, you take your one. We'll get the hammer in the extra, but
not here, you don't.
No, I think you'll see teams be more willing to try and steal.
That yellow is wide open at the side of the 4-foot. So China just trying to bring another one round.
6曲就行了。带着点，线路长带点啊，使力量。线路没问题啊，线路非常好。齐齐 hard。
The out turn draw this time.
齐齐 hard。
Big sweep to try and carry this past the red to lie 2.
Line looks good.
Real
Great
nice.
shot.
Didn't want to curl more either. Would have left a run double in the hole. Don't think Russia can get to nose with a lot of weight here. That yellow had it curled 2 or 3 more inches. That shot might have been on.
It's still very difficult to come through that hole just to even tap your own red. Up. I think they realise now they're going to have to open this up.
Any chance you can peel the yellows here and try and squirt through.
Well, they've been so close to catching the guards in the last 2 stones.
A little tight slide there, trying to put it back, foaming up. That does get the double and roll up and out, so open things up. And you leave the red there, you guard, try and steal. Looks like guard is the call for China.
There's no timeout. Can speak to their coaches at the end of every end.
站一个行吗？站一个。对。偏这侧一点吧。嗯。都把红球站一个。对。就站红的就行。力量没问题啊。
94% on her draws today for Yang Yilun. So she's at great control of her weight. Just looking for a center line guard.
Okay.
Чуть-чуть побольше еще.
So by playing that guard on the red, giving Russia the chance to come around, tap this yellow back and lie second and third. Anna Sidorova, also high stats today for her draws, 90%. So they'll lie second and third, Russia. They need 2 to win the game.
必须得甩下来，行。哦，必须得甩下来。打定他这个界。我力量大一点呢，大帅。 你意思能靠着他这样是吗？给他往外磕一点。其实你就正常打甩就行，奔打甩就行。
Just having a look at the time clock. They've got a minute left. Plenty time, but certainly don't want to run out of time. But they do give up a 2 if they did run down on the time clock, and that would cost them the game. Russia quite happy at the moment, smiling.
我大力。哦。这点。行。
So China can't afford to nose this.
再稍微放一点
It would leave an open hit for the game for Russia. They need to catch the inside and roll.
Quite a bit of weight on this one.
哦，不行啊 ，Carl， 下线 ，Cindy， 全力擦头，全力擦头啊！
Not sure if they're going to get it.
No, they're not.
So.
A nose hit for Russia to win the game. China could even have afforded there to have dropped their weight and used the sweepers to hold it. They had quite a long distance they could roll.
Yeah, I was a little surprised they were playing that weight. If they were trying to come off the back of the Russian stone top 8 foot. Could have played any kind of weight, hack, board. Just try to control the line with the sweeping. But now Anna Sidorova with the chance to score 2, score 3 points, and cash in. Hanging on the center line, hanging on the center guard. This really needs to curl. It's really trying. Will it stick around for 2 though? It's spinning, it's rolling, and it's rolling too far. Just a 1-4. Russia
wow.
had the chance to back the game there, but it's tied, and we will have a shootout. Sidorova with a chuckle, really. Can't believe she's missed that opportunity. Stay tuned. We're going to determine this game very shortly.
So that means Sweden are topping the group now, because the most either of these teams can get is 2 points for winning the shootout, or 1 if they lose it. And when it goes to a shootout, they half the prize money. So that was an expensive hit and roll from Anna Sidorova.
тогда.
So 90% on our 5 draws today. How close can she put this to the button?
Into the sweepers to put this on the tee line. They want to go. Kuzeva, Portinova just trying to drag this all the way down. Fomina out to help as well. Right on the tee line.
Just over curled.
Just left it for half a second. But that is a pretty good effort. Good chunk of the lid. And of course, Zhang Yilun can now see.
She needs to cover the pin.
Exactly. Not a lot of room. Just saw Sidorova play the shot.
She's 94% on her just 4 draws in today's game.
Yeah, we haven't played a draw for a wee while. See how she fares here. Sweepers on it. Not panicking. One sweeper's on it. One is unsure. Should be close.
It's a better line. Wow's the weight.
Might have overcooked this one. Or is it going to settle down? Looks very close.
Wow.
That I can't tell, Rona.
I think it's China.
You think?
I think so.
We'll just have to wait for the measure. I am not sure.
Oh, 24.2 and 29.2.
So that is Russia.
It's a Russia win.
Wow, just 5 centimeters separating these two teams. China will get 1 point. Russia gets 2. Exciting stuff here. And the Jonkoping Curling Hall. 5-4 the score. As this session wraps up.
Его чуть-чуть меньше. Ну его теперь меньше чуть-чуть. Ну ладно.
Our future game, Canada-Sweden, it was an 8-1 win for the Swedes.
De har ju gått där, då hade de ju haft is där.
In 4, Sweden line 2, Anna Hasselberg with a draw for 3 to take the jump in this game. Makes it perfectly.
Ja, jättegärna.
Jag har lite här i min. What?
End 5.
Positive.
Sweden just lying 1, biting the rings. Canada just need to be fully in the house. Darcy Robertson comes up way short. And it's another steal of 1 for Sweden.
Vi hade kunnat spela en clearing i mitten.
6-10, Sweden lying 4. Canada failed to draw. It's a handshake. And Sweden 8-1 winners.
Good game, good luck. Good game, good luck.
Those are all the scores from the session. And, well, we saw China pick up a... Well, actually, Russia pick up the win on China, got 2 points. In mixed doubles, we saw Switzerland beat Canada 9-6. Norway beats USA 10-6. And Sweden beating Korea 10-3. So the women's standings at the moment, Sweden on top with 9 points. Russia will obviously follow with the 2-point score. A slight gap for the Swedes now ahead. As we see the points earned again, 10 points for the winner of the event, 5 points if you lose the final. And of course 3 and 2 and potentially 1 point through all the pool games. A few mistakes early, maybe, but a 3 in the 4th, did that calm the nerves?
Yeah, I felt that we had the chance to blank the 3rd and have hammer in the 4th and actually like really focus and play a solid end there. Really changed the momentum of this game.
Canada couldn't strike back. Was that Sweden's effectiveness or Canada's ineffectiveness?
I think that we maybe controlled the ice a little bit better than they, and we took advantage of some of the misses. But we were just focused on our own game, so just tried to see what shots we were playing.
And the ambitions for this week?
Pardon?
The ambitions for this week?
Of course, we want to play on Sunday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that's it for session 9 from the Curling World Cup, but there's quite a few more left to watch, left to play. Stay tuned.